What happens when a deep-seated political rivalry meets an escalating border crisis? This question has been answered with a landmark event that has shaken the political landscape of America. The U.S. House of Representatives, led by a Republican majority, recently voted to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. This move, a result of a long-standing feud over immigration policy and border security, has thrust the issue into the limelight and underscored the stark divide on Capitol Hill. The impeachment proceedings against Mayorkas have their roots in the GOP's discontent with the Biden administration's handling of the U.S.-Mexico border. The vote took place amidst a fervor of political tension, and the result has highlighted the deep partisan divide that currently holds the Capitol in its grip. The weight of this decision was felt in the narrow margin by which it was made. In a count of 213, Mayorkas became the first cabinet secretary to face impeachment charges in nearly 150 years. This historical event has laid bare the intensity of the ongoing clash between Republicans and Democrats over immigration policy. Quick to respond, President Joe Biden condemned the impeachment as a blatant act of unconstitutional partisanship, branding it as a cynical ploy to gain political advantage over a dedicated public servant. The charges leveled against Mayorkas include a claimed failure to enforce existing immigration laws and allegations of dishonesty to Congress regarding the state of border security. However, critics argue that these charges amount to a policy dispute, which falls short of the constitutional threshold for impeachment. In a close call of 213, Mayorkas became the first cabinet secretary to face impeachment charges in over a century. This unprecedented event has sparked a new chapter in the ongoing saga of American immigration policy and has set the stage for a heated debate over the future of border security in the United States. But what exactly are the charges against Mayorkas, and are they valid? The accusations that sparked this impeachment saga allege a systematic failure on Mayorkas's part to enforce existing immigration laws. There are also accusations of him lying to Congress about the state of border security. These charges, if proven, could paint a picture of a Homeland Security Secretary neglecting his duties and misleading the nation's lawmakers. However, a closer look reveals a more nuanced narrative. Critics argue that the charges against Mayorkas amount to a policy dispute rather than a constitutional violation. They believe that disagreements over the Biden administration's immigration approach shouldn't form the basis for impeachment. After all, the impeachment process is designed to address serious misconduct, such as corruption or abuse of power, not policy disagreements. Legal experts have further weighed in, questioning the validity of the impeachment. They argue that policy disputes do not meet the constitutional threshold for impeachment. In their view, the charges lack substantial evidence or legal justification, raising concerns that impeachment is being weaponized for political purposes. The Department of Homeland Security has also defended its leader, dismissing the impeachment push as a baseless political attack. They highlight their ongoing efforts in border security, pointing out that the record-high border crossings are a complex issue that needs a comprehensive approach, not a blame game. So, what we have here is a situation where the line between legitimate concern and political maneuvering is blurred. While some see these charges as concrete evidence of misconduct, others view them as a thinly veiled political maneuver. The road to this impeachment has been anything but smooth, and its implications are far-reaching. Initial discussions within the House were initially directed at potential impeachment proceedings against President Biden. However, the focus shifted to Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, following the influence and pressure from Republican Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene. This shift demonstrates the ongoing power dynamics within the political landscape and the influence of key players within the GOP. But the implications of this impeachment extend beyond the individuals involved. For the Biden administration, it represents a significant challenge to their approach to immigration and border security. The GOP, on the other hand, sees it as a validation of their concerns about border management and an opportunity to exert influence over future immigration policies. The impeachment of Mayorkas has also brought the issue of immigration to the forefront of political discussions. The GOP, with figures like former President Trump, is advocating for more stringent border security measures. This stance is likely to be a central issue in the upcoming elections and could shape the GOP's platform. On a broader scale, this impeachment is indicative of the deep ideological divisions within Congress. These divisions are a significant barrier to bipartisan agreements on immigration reform. With President Biden calling for legislative action, and Republicans pushing for tougher enforcement measures, the future of immigration policy hangs in the balance. The implications of this impeachment also extend to the Homeland Security Secretary himself. Despite facing criticism, Mayorkas remains committed to addressing the challenges at the border. He continues to call on Congress to provide the necessary resources and support to manage the situation effectively. As the dust settles on this historic impeachment, the future of immigration policy and border management hangs in the balance.